Here we are again. This is Mike Lodge. I am the business advisor. And today is, after about 3 and 4 days of rain, rained again last night, but today the sun is out, not a cloud in the sky, and it's beautiful. I'm looking out over my backyard, and I can see the sun. It's just now rising up, and it's beautiful. I love the freshness of the morning. It's that time where you can get up, get your cup of coffee, walk around and see what's going on outside. And it's nice and cool. It's about 69 degrees this morning. Perfect morning. I like to start new days outside. And so every morning, exactly at 6:30, I am outside with the dogs. And I'm getting the fresh air. We're walking around. We're watching out for coyotes. We've had some coyotes in the neighborhood. In the next few months, we are going to see wild turkeys out in the back. Last year I saw wild turkeys. They travel in a family formation, and I see them every once in a while going through the backyard. I love it. I love this time of year. I love the fall season as it begins. Listen, I am fed up. I'm fed up with Twitter. Today I'm specifically going to talk about Twitter because that is where the majority of the nonsense is. I was looking at Twitter last night and also this morning, and I wasn't commenting or anything on it, but what I was looking at is this evilness that's on there now. We know it's an election year. We know that things are popping and everyone's trying to blame everybody and everyone's pointing fingers at everybody and everybody's trying to destroy Trump and everyone's trying to destroy the Supreme Court. I mean, it goes on. So as I was flipping through Twitter, I said, my gosh, this is nothing but negative hate. Twitter has become the place for political hate. And you got all of these people running for office, and they're all spouting these different philosophies and ideals, and all of them are wrong on the left and the right. Because, see, the problem is it's okay to make a statement, but then to make a statement about something that has failed and make it sound as if it was good, that's stupid. And if we are sitting there reading that stuff and they think that we actually believe this, we're nuts. If you look at the amount of hate that's on there, and these people are very hateful. They hate the left, they hate the right, and the right hates the left. And it's a nonstop as you read it throughout the day. Just take a Twitter gander today. Look, look at all of the various comments that are on there from various Democrat politicians and also the Republican politicians. Probably the majority of the hate is coming from the left, from the Democratic side. And I hate to say that, but it's the truth if you look at it. And then you've got people out there that are just spouting every single thing that Biden says. And then there's on the other side that's spouting every single thing that every Republican leader is saying. I mean, it is spin all day long, but it's the wrong kind of spin. Now, I go on there because I follow various business people. And these are people who are watching the markets, they're watching the real estate market. They are watching business, they're looking at the trade deficits, and they're looking at all this stuff all the time. They're analysts, and they're on there, and they have their business commentary and analysis. And so I listen to them very carefully because I can see exactly in which direction they're going. And slowly but surely, we went from, the economy is okay, then the economy is weak, and now the economy is dead. Because we've got too much inflation, we've got too much recession, we've got too much spending, and so I watch that very carefully. And then I look at the numbers that they're presenting. But there's all of this political stuff there. is a bunch of nonsense. And honestly, if you read it, and I think you will agree with me on this, that as you're reading it, you find that, am I listening to a bunch of high school kids? Because honest to God, they sound like high school kids. They sound like the mean kids out in the playground, the bullies. And then you got people that are literally saying really stupid things that have nothing to do with what they're even talking about, but they say it, and it's absolutely based upon nothing. And then what I find that there are a lot of people who are trying to present a political argument, and they're using bloggers to push their point. Now, let me tell you about a blogger, and this is the same with me, okay? I'm a blogger and a podcaster, and I present my agenda. Most of it's business, unless it happens to be about a bill or something that's going to affect business or personal finance, because that's what my podcast is all about. But we've got these individuals there that are spinning what a blogger said. Now, a blogger can make up anything. He doesn't fact check. No, they don't fact check. They don't go there. They don't have anybody watching over them, so they can say whatever they want. So these bloggers say, oh, I'm sorry, I hit my mic. Because I'm using my hands. These bloggers can say anything that they want to say and make it sound like fact. And so these people who want to support this political agenda use that blogger, and it's based on nothing. If you fact check them, there's absolutely nothing there. I am beginning to wonder whether or not if the newspapers in Washington, D.C., if they do anything, do they think about what they're publishing? And the other issue is these individuals who are publishing stuff, and they're using it based upon an unknown source. I'm sorry, if it's an unknown source, I don't believe it. I immediately scroll to the next thing, because if it says unknown source or people that can't say anything because it might jeopardize, I don't care about that. Especially if it's coming out of the DOJ. They have been leaking stuff out, and it's all leaking about nonsense to build a political case instead of a legal case. So I think Twitter has become this beehive of hate, beehive of nonsense, beehive of stupidity when it comes to the issue of politics. And right now, we have to live with this stupidity until November. I will be so happy when we sit there and we vote and we can get it done with, because this is driving me nuts. So these individuals that are trying to push their political agendas are, I think, the good term that I think is appropriate is that we're going through political fatigue. Because it's a spin after a spin, and nonsense after nonsense, and accusation after accusation, and hate and name-calling and everything else, and it keeps on going. And it comes from the White House all the way down to the little minions that follow these people. We have got to do better. Our politics on Twitter has got to do better, because right now it's nonsense. I invite you to go there. Don't get involved in it. Just read it. Don't get involved in it, because it's easy to get suckered in on some of these people, and that's exactly what they want you to do. Don't get suckered in on commenting on anything that's being said there, because it's all stupidity in nonsense. Don't get suckered in, because you're going to waste too much time. I found one day, a month ago, and if I got so pissed off at myself because of the amount of time I was there responding to all of these politicians, and then a light bulb went off inside of me, and it said, and I realized, I guess, that that's exactly what these politicians want. They want you to go on there. They want you to sound hateful. They want you to sound like an idiot because they're saying idiot things and they want idiots to respond. I think that, as I said yesterday in my podcast, we all have probably already made up our decisions on who we're going to vote for. So if you've made that decision, and if you feel confident in that decision, stay away from Twitter. I think Twitter and the politics that are there is truly evil. It is an evil source for any type of political communication. It has become this place where hate grows on more hate, and more hate, and more hate. And then politicians say, I don't know why I'm getting threats. I heard one stupid comment from AOC, Representative AOC from New York, who said, I cannot marry a white guy because Trump supporters will probably kill me. And she's been going on how she's going to be killed and how she might not live through September. So we have this nonsense and this drama that has nothing to do with what's good for the country. It's all about them and all about the good nonsense that they have done and how they're so afraid of the people with red hats. If you're afraid of people with red hats, you have a problem. And the problem is, you cannot talk about what you believe in. You cannot talk about what your accomplishments have been. You cannot talk about where you would like to see the country going. You can't do it. So you point fingers. You call people names. You do this drama that you might not live. I mean, every single politician is doing it. And it's on the left and it's on the right. They're both guilty of it. So if you have made your political decision on what you're going to do in November, stick with it. And understand that what you read on Twitter is nothing but corrupted politics. That's all it is. Stay away from Twitter, and you will have a much happier life. I guarantee it. Who said that? I guarantee it. Who said that? I can't remember. Somebody said it on television, but I guarantee you that you will have a happier life if you stay away from Twitter doing this thing. Unless you are doing what I do and look at specific financial analysts and financial systems out there that are feeding some of the information to me. Besides Google and searching on Google, sometimes these individuals have already got the charts and everything that I can study. So I do it for that. But I tell you what else I'm doing is I'm blocking all the politicians. I'm blocking them all because they're wasting my time. And I've got a lot of stuff to do. Listen, if you would like to have more access to me, you can go to my website. It's lodge, lodge-co.com. Again, that's lodge, lodge-co.com. All my blogs are there. All my podcasts are there. All the description of what I do as a real job, as a mediator and also a business advisor. And you will see good information there. And if you have any questions or if you'd like to set up a 30-minute free consultation, there's a link there that you can do that with. And I invite anybody who has a business or a mediation issue, contact me there. I'm there. I'm available for you. Everybody go out and have a great day. Remember, stay away from Twitter today. Otherwise, you're going to go bonkers. This is Mike Lodge, the business advisor. Bye-bye.